Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the program. This is Bystanders and Listeners. I'm Christian Chuku. You're welcome. Here we are at Abiodun Jago Street, and behind me is the Elizabeth stand. And we have our analyst here this morning, the two justice. So, the newspaper headlines. Yes, sir. We have few hours to the commencement of the elections, the governorship elections in Lagos, Nigeria. And there is a development on the Oro Festival, Oro procession that started Wednesday and is going to be concluded on Friday. There are reactions and also speculations, skepticisms on how the Oro will impact on the election. A video of Chairman Parks and Garage, Lagos State Parks and Garage Committee, Tolomo, asking supporters and also members to take charge of the polling unit with the advantage of the Oro procession. Remember, non-indigens and women are not allowed to be out at that point in time where the Oro is being carried out. By headlines this morning. Once again, you can click on the like button and also subscribe to Flip TV so that you can be notified when we go live. We're on the street, and here we are to get people talking. I will be the Vanguard newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune. The Vanguard newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune. Let's see who is watching this morning. We have King Joe Ogba. Yes, good morning. Gladys Oyabo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're welcome. Let's start with the Nigerian Tribune. I seek a government of national competence. That's Tinubu says politics must take backseat in governance. I seek a government of national competence. That's Tinubu says politics must take backseat in governance. Buhari says I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive governments. I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive governments. Begging U.S. President to endorse Tinubu act of desperation. That is from article. Begging the United States President to endorse Tinubu an act of desperation. That is from article. Let's look at the main headline this morning on the Nigerian Tribune. Governorship poll, 4 feared killed in Ibadan as police beef up security nationwide. 4 feared killed in Ibadan as police beef up security nationwide. Ibadan will be a top place for the governorship elections. Let's look at other reports. We can only confirm one death. Investigation senior 9 from Mississippi, the Commissioner of Police. 15,000 personnel deployed in Oyo, 11,000 in Delta. Hoodlums attack Labour Party members in Lagos, 1 injured. And DSS naps 2 for inciting violence in Kano. IGP orders restriction of movement on the elections. IGP orders restriction of vehicular movement. 4 scarcity orders to plunge 24.8 million Nigerians into crisis in 26 states and also the FCC. This according to report. Abiodun hosts aviation investors project Ogun as agro-processing hub in West Africa. Ogun State as an agro-processing hub in West Africa. Painter sentenced to death by hanging for killing 69-year-old lady evangelist. On the March 18th poll, candidates in last-minute push. Candidates in last-minute push. Let's move on to the Vanguard this morning. Alleged defamation. You deserve no apology. APC Vice Chair writes Omishore. You deserve no apology. APC Vice Chair writes Omishore. 4 soldiers, 6 others killed by bandits in fresh attack on Niger communities. Yes, sir. The banditry resumes. I intend to form a government of national competence. That is Tinubu. And also the 837 Guba candidates, 10,240 assembly candidates slug it out for tomorrow. 837 governorship candidates, 10,240 assembly candidates slug it out for tomorrow. Yes, 28 governorship seats, 993 assembly slots up for grabs. 24 women eye governor slots in 18 states. Police deploy personnel, promise violence-free polls. Why we awarded printing contracts to Binani Publishing, that is INEC. INEC must transmit the result electronically. Judge Olarewaju and Bukno Kerele. You can see party officials inspecting sensitive materials at the CBN office in Makurdi for the forthcoming Saturday election before distribution to various local government areas in Benue State. Yeah, the distribution of INEC sensitive materials at the CBN office in Lagos to various local government areas in the state. Yes, the presidential poll results came as shock to many. That's presidency. Yes, we have gathering storm over election allowances. That's from the police. Gathering storm over election allowances. That's from police. 3 killed as resmen by escaped assassination in Ibadan. 3 killed as resmen by escaped assassination in Ibadan. I have Mr. Matthew. Come on, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Akisan.
Yes. We have one day to the governorship polls. What are your expectations still?
My expectations are one, that Nigerians, Nigerians generally, we participate, especially the ones that are eligible to vote, the ones that have collected their PVC, we come out to participate in the electoral process. Another issue as part of my expectation is that we are going to witness some level of voter apathy as a result of INEC not complying with their own guideline in the last election. Another expectation is that, unfortunately, we might witness some level of violence. We are still likely to witness some level of voter suppression. We are still going to witness some level of intimidation. And it was even surprising that I was going through the national dailies this morning. I saw that the ruling of a court in Lagos State, where the court ruled that for the purpose of this governorship election and House of Assembly election, that the result in Lagos State should be transmitted electronically from the polling units. I saw that APC in Lagos State have appealed that ruling. So it goes to show that APC in Lagos State is afraid of a free, fair, and credible process. Well, ordinarily, why would somebody be appealing a judgment that seeks to engender transparency and credibility in the electoral process? I don't know whether they will end up being able to overturn that ruling, but if they achieve in doing that, it means we are likely going to see a flawed election in Lagos State. Because the way it stands today, going by that judgment, if you do anything contrary to that judgment, as in you didn't transmit election result electronically from the polling unit to the annex server, it means the result will be declared from Lagos State. Both House of Assembly and governorship will be invalid. So I don't know how the case will turn out, but personally I'm aware that until set aside, that judgment stands. So those are my expectations.
In regard for the rule of law, how government agencies respond to court judgments?
Generally speaking. You mean generally speaking?
Yeah.
We have seen instances in the past where governments have already earned themselves a bad name because of disobedience to court orders. We have seen in the past how this government will start picking and choosing which court order to pay and which one not to pay. But let me say this for the purpose of for record purpose, that when court gives judgment, it is irrespective of your opinion as an individual or as a government. It behoves on you to obey that court order. The honorable thing for you to do is one, to either appeal the case or approach the court to have a state of execution of that judgment.
Okay.
Those are the honorable path to follow legally, not resorting to self-help or disobeying court order. We have seen several in the past. The case involving Dasuki, our court will give order, federal government will say no, they are not obeying it. Even at times they will keep mute and they will not comply with the court order. The next thing they will tell you that national security supersedes any other interest. But I want to ask this, since Atiku have been released. To what extent has his freedom threatened national security? Because that often happens. That happens to be the argument of federal government. And we have seen in the past as well, severally when Nandekalo will be granted bail, federal government will flagrantly disobey the order on excuse of national unity, national interest. But for me, it's irrespective of the opinion of the government. Once the court gives an order or judgment, whether an injunction, an order, whatever form, once it comes from a court of competent jurisdiction, it behoves on everybody to comply.
Okay, let's move on. Tinubu, I intend to form a government of national competence.
He's running away from government of national unity because he has seen that everybody he's inviting is rejecting it. That is why he's trying to use excuse of national competence.
Come again.
I say he running away from government of national unity because almost everybody is inviting is rejecting it. He have extended hand of fellowship to Obi, to Atiku. The Atiku said nobody have approached him, and Obi has said personally he's challenging the process that brought the man to office, and that if you must go by the name Your Excellency, that the process that brings you to the office must be excellent. Otherwise, the excellency about that office. And I think I totally agree with the position of the Labour Party candidate, because if you are to answer Your Excellency, His Excellency, that process that brings you to that office must be excellent. Otherwise, what is excellent about that office? So for me, I think he's talking about national competence, because all the political gladiators in the opposition who he have invited for the purpose of forming the government of national unity have turned down the offer.
Okay, but we know we look at competence as something that Nigeria needs now.
Even if you say Nigeria needs competence, let me tell you this. Even if you say Nigeria needs competence, the constitution talks about federal character.
Okay.
And federal character, what it want to do is to protect almost every interest. You cannot take away the fact that as we speak today, some people are already calling on the APC national chairman to resign, because according to them, that APC national chairman is a Muslim, and that if he resigns, it will pave way for a Christian to assume the office. But let me quickly tell you this, that even the people who are calling for resignation on the basis of being a Muslim are playing politics, because they want North Central to have the Senate president. That is what they are trying to do. But however I look at it, you cannot deny the fact that as we speak today, the president is a Muslim, the president-elect is a Muslim, the vice president-elect is a Muslim, the chairman of their party is a Muslim, and if they end up electing a Muslim Senate president and a Muslim Speaker of the House of Representatives, and perhaps they appoint a Muslim as the secretary to the federal government, we are watching and looking at them.
Okay, you're against the Muslim ticket.
You would have asked me whether I'm against the very foundation that made Nigeria what it is. Islam is mentioned more than 30 times in the constitution. Christianity is not mentioned even once. So the very constitution is not right. They need to rejig that constitution.
Okay, let's move on. I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive government. That's Buhari.
The Buhari fight any corruption. I'm not aware. I'm not aware if Mr. President fought corruption.
The accountant general.
I'm not aware. The accountant general is under. No. You see, how you judge an issue is you look at some indices. In our very eyes here, Mr. President uses prerogative of mercy to pardon a former governor of, I think, Plateau and Taraba also. And for me, that was a misnomer. That was misplaced. Because what he did, he have a way of sending wrong signal to people who are fighting this anti-corruption fight. He have a way of demoralizing them. Because if the two most celebrated cases of EFCC, federal government through the office of Mr. President, you prerogative of mercy to pardon them. There was the essence of prosecuting offenders of people who have anti-graft cases. Yeah. So for me, I'm not saying they may not have done one or two things, but those two cases rubbish everything I've done in terms of anti-corruption.
Okay, let's move on. We have begging U.S. President to endorse Tinubu, an act of desperation. This is coming from
Come
Atiku.
again.
Begging the U.S. President to endorse Tinubu, an act of desperation.
Who is talking? Saying
Atiku.
that? You see, it is quite unfortunate because I think I've read about a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress admonishing
Never past 10 minutes.
admonishing the U.S. President, Joe Biden, to congratulate the Nigerian president-elect. I think it's quite unfortunate because I think as a president of the United States of America, he's not unaware that election was held in Nigeria. He's not unaware whether he needed to congratulate the man or not. But what I want to say is, if the man deemed fit to congratulate Nigerian president-elect, I think he's within his right to do that. And if he decides to do otherwise, I think he's within his right. The man may have seen one or two things that he's not comfortable with. That may be I'm speculating anyway, that may be the reason he's not congratulating Nigerian president-elect. But let me quickly say that even Nigerians are not unmindful and unaware of the alleged electoral brigandage, which even some Nigerian, some school of thought believe that alleged electoral brigandage in the presidential election lack technical precision. And some people have even alluded that the reason they postponed this election was to perfect the manipulative tendency to manipulate the election results. Don't forget that I've even said that even the party currently have appealed a judgment of a court in Lagos State that gave judgment that election results in Lagos State for the purpose of governorship and House of Assembly should be transmitted electronically. A party in Lagos State have appealed that judgment. So what does that tell you? If you have a judgment that seeks to enhance credibility and transparency in the electoral process, and you have a party appealing it, what signal is that giving you?
Okay.
And you are now being worried that American president have not congratulated Nigerian president-elect. For me, I think if American president, who should know better, who is not unaware that there is a president-elect in Nigeria, is not yet congratulating the president, I think he knows what he's doing. Then again, if you watch the American ambassador to Nigeria, while she was congratulating Nigerian president-elect, she did admonish Nigerian government to address concerns of the opposition. So those concerns of the opposition are speculated anyway, maybe the reason the American president is reluctant in congratulating the Nigerian president-elect.
Thank you very much.
You are yielding to the pressure to send me back now.
No.
Okay. Because Chigozie have been disturbing you that I should go.
Sorry, I mentioned it. Good morning, Mr. Peck.
Morning.
Yeah.
It has been a while that he has been talking since. He has been talking since. You can see he's doing like MC Oluomo. That is trying to push me out.
Before you go and blackmail me, what did you just say?
I said you are pushing me like MC Oluomo.
God forbid.
God forbid.
God forbid.
Oh yeah, just
No, let me depose this impression. You didn't hear what he said? You didn't hear what he
No,
said?
he's not MC Oluomo.
No, I want you to correct that impression. It's an
Okay,
insult.
he's not
It's an
MC
insult.
Oluomo. But I say he's
It's an
behaving.
insult. It's an insult.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's move on. You saw the video where MC Oluomo was trying to disenfranchise voters in Lagos not to come out on election day.
I am going to tell you that MC Oluomo will be shocked. We are going to shock him that day. MC Oluomo is tomorrow now. We will shock him. Shebi is trying to fight
How are you
for.
going to shock?
Don't worry, just wait till then.
They said if you are not APC,
I say just wait till then. We will not expose our strategy. We will not expose our strategy.
how do you see that act by MC Oluomo? How do you look at the act?
They are going to pick MC Oluomo. They are going to pick MC Oluomo.
Let's move on. I think a government of national confidence, that is Tinubu.
I don't want to talk much about Tinubu. I believe in action than talking. Until he gets to the sworn in. That's when I can begin to talk. All these things is saying is he has the political intrigues, how he normally deceive people. If you watch Jagaban during the election period, you feel like you want to die. You want to do. But after they gave him that, the day he was coming to collect his return ticket, did you see how the man was bouncing?
Okay, let's move on. I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive government. That's Buhari.
Oh, the the most government that gave Nigeria error, that gave Nigeria pressure, that instead of Nigeria to be praying for them, they will leave it for God to judge. This government has not done anything on corruption. The corruption saga has gotten worse in this government. And it has not helped any Nigerian, it has not helped any citizen. Go to any part of any parastatus, there is that symptoms of corruption in and out in Nigeria.
So there's going to write home about Buhari's anti-corruption.
There is nothing to write
legacy.
home. There is nothing to write home about.
Okay, let's move on. We have begging U.S. president to endorse Tinubu act of desperation. That's from Atiku.
And they shouldn't force him. They shouldn't force him. Atiku should not. I know what Atiku is saying that. Atiku is trying to mock. He's trying to mock Jagaban. And Falika out there is just there collecting his money. My take is this, and my stand is this: is that if the U.S. congratulates him, it does not change the fact. May 29, that man will be sworn in as the elected president. That will not change. That will not change the fact. The thing is just that they will not look at Tinubu, they will look at the office he's occupying.
Let's look at the Oro, how it's going to influence the elections on Saturday.
Which of the Oro? Is it the one in Lekki or the one in...
Different places, not only Lekki, they are different in Okba. Don't you know there's Oro in Okba?
I'm just saying this for the very first time, that there's Oro in Ogba.
Don't come out by 12.
Why are they saying
about 5:30?
Why?
That's the tradition of the...
I am sorry, I'm not aware of this. And I've never seen where they are carrying Oro in a city. The Oro is being carried in Ikorodu, all those Aja, those interior villages. This is a city, this is a mega city, for God's sake.
Are you saying they cannot practice their tradition?
You cannot practice your tradition to affect other people's tradition. You understand? We, the Christian, goes to church on Sunday. That does not stop people from going out. The Muslim, today is Friday. They are going to pray in the mosque. Does not stop people from going out. Why are they carrying out their Oro in the midnight?
That's their tradition.
What kind of tradition is that? Who is giving them that power? Who is endorsing them? It's a fetish tradition that has been abolished. And that's why we are telling the people of Lagosian. Why would Lagos State government empower such thing in Nigeria of a thing? Why all these things they are doing? It has not brought development to Lagos State. Other is killing them. They want to use that. They want to use that to keep people and put people in poverty. Mr. Christian, is that moving us forward? It's not moving us forward. It's not giving us any addition to Lagos economy.
Okay. What's your message for those that are going to vote tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's election. Well, I want to encourage the people, the audience, and those that are going to vote. Please, I want you to go out, go and vote for Mr. Agbadebo. Mr. Agbadebo has won my heart. He's a man of my choice, and I'm giving it for Mr. Agbadebo. You understand? Because Mr. Agbadebo has proven that yes, I am a man of my own. You understand? He visited the Oba of Lagos yesterday, and the Oba of Lagos gave him blessing. And I want to tell the whole Lagosian, let us go out. Let us all go out and vote for Badebo, LP, that's Labour Party, OB 75, OB 76, OB 1. That is the person we are giving it to in Lagos State. Lagos State is nobody's estate. Enough is enough. 24 years of enslavement is enough. I want to speak and I want to say that enough is enough. We are tired of godfatherism in Lagos. You understand? This is the time for us to come out and vote a young person, a vibrant person. They have been tagging him. They have been tagging him that he's a Chinedu. Is that we are not concerned about that. We are not concerned. The present governor of Lagos State is not from Lagos State. He's not from Lagos State. From Ogun State. The godfather is not from Lagos State. He's from Osun State. The so-called the BP people, they are not from Lagos State. This is the son of the soil. Badebo, I want to urge everybody that we should go out and vote for him. He deserves to be the next Lagos State governor. Thank you, sir.
You are campaigning and you didn't pay for campaign. Eh? Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
Let's move on. Yes. I'm seeking a government of national competence. That is Tinubu.
He's seeking. Let him continue to seek. Possibly, or he might be lucky to find. So how does that affect me? How does that
Governance
concern me?
affects everyone. The cash policy has affected everyone. So they pull the strings, whoever that is in power.
Okay.
So it's affecting, it's going to affect. If you don't have competent leaders, it's going to affect you.
If I can survive a bad leader as Funiga's brother, well, then what else can't I survive? As bad as Buhari, if one can survive it. So I think we have learned, however odious or exasperating any situation, we have learned to keep our composure. So he can make all the noise he feels he wants to make.
Okay, let's move on. I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive governments. That's Buhari.
Is there another subject to discuss? A man who you know is corruption personified. A man who none of the parastatals, government parastatals have survived the cruelty, the embezzlement, the looting. You can see with the less than 7 years he have looted, he have borrowed even what the next 100, a century could not pay off. Mortgaging your own destiny and that of your children, except for me that is a Biafran. So if what comes to what, everybody will retire to his own country. It's unfortunate.
Okay, let's move on. We have begging U.S. President to endorse Tinubu and acts of desperation. That is Atiku.
I think I have listened to, is it one of the U.S. Spokesperson or what? They have made their position, their findings, of course, with regards to the destructive election held on 25th of February. And they placed a demand on INEC to tell the world and other international communities how they arrive at that result. What process led to that result? So, according to the submission, they have lost confidence in the electoral body to deliver credible election. And they demand, of course, an explanation to what is happening in Nigeria, because it's a far cry. An institution that negates what they represent, who could not follow their own laid down rules of engagement, electoral guidelines, then what else can you accept? Whatever becomes the process of the outcome of the election, if the process is not transparent and seen to be transparent and fair to everyone, then I will, of course, agree with the former president of Nigeria who called for the cancellation of the result because it's a total sham, and you cannot establish or build a fair an equitable system with such outcome.
Okay, let's move on with other reports here this morning. There's a report on IPOB ranking top 10 deadliest terror group in the world.
I think that report is being cooked up by some mischievous elements who over time has been frustrated over the commitment and relentless efforts of the IPOB in pushing forward their legitimate rights. The right to self-determination is a right which even the US also, of course, recognize. So you cannot in any time disregard the fact that these people are seeking for self-preservation. And within the ambit of the law, they have deployed all diplomatic means of engagement to realize that. So it's not the first time. Nigerians have levied them terrorists and all that, which most international communities refuse such opinion because with the realities and what they can see, they have come in terms with the reality that this IPOB movement for the emancipation of the indigenous people of Biafra. So you cannot in any way, of course, come up with such unfounded allegation, which I know for sure that it will never survive. The day is a matter of time. You cannot distract the people who are bent at, of course, redeeming themselves and preserving their posterity from the destruction that is going on in Nigeria. You can see the Nigeria you so much desire. It's a very shameful experience.
Okay, we are having the governorship polls in sight. Looking at the Oro that was approved by the traditional rulers in Lagos on the eve of election.
That is immaterial. It's not the first time such is being observed. So these are traditional religion, right? They have the right to embark on their traditional rituals, in as much as, of course, they, of course, recognize the rights of other citizens. You can't use your own religion to disrupt other people's peace. That is where we must vehemently condemn it. If you're a traditionalist, you can't force other people or condition other people to inconvenience them because you want to observe your traditional rituals. That is the height of madness and should be resisted. The same thing, a Muslim faithful cannot use their own religion or religious procession to disrupt the peace of the public. They should find a time that is convenient for them and that cannot disrupt other people's peace. That is the reality. So you have your own members or who believes in that traditional rituals or whatever. Fine and good. You have a time that should be convenient. I think within the twilight, the midnight, they can observe that. So you cannot start making or calling for attention. It's immaterial. I don't, as much as I don't care about that. But what I stand for is fairness. You cannot use your euro or whatever you call it to disturb other people's peace, which I believe the government, if actually they are sincere. What do you mean? Don't try that today.
It's 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
Don't try that today because I know I'm marking my time here.
I'm looking at it here also.
So it is immaterial whether you are observing Oro or not. But what I am condemning is using it to disrupt the peace of other residents, because everybody has freedom of worship.
Okay. Let's look at the video where MC Oluomo was captured trying to disenfranchise Lagos voters?
In a sense, society by now, he should have been picked up and by the SSS and be squeezed because it's a total, a flagrant violation of people's rights as enshrined by the Constitution. His act it negates the constitutional rights of the citizens to participate in the electionary process. That's why, of course, for Mazin Nandi calling this competition a zoo he's not mistaken. Because it's only in a lawless state where you have people, individuals, intimidating and subjugating other citizens at will and nothing they go about not being called to order. It's unfortunate. But I think it's an expression of frustration, it's an expression of defeat. If you think your government or the government you support have done much to deserve a return in office, then why not tell the people what he has done? Give us your scorecard. Let the people score you. You can't use intimidation, and of course, nobody has a monopoly of violence.
Okay.
By that singular act, he's instigating violence, and if there is breakdown of law and order, he should be picked up and held responsible because we cannot continue to tolerate this.
Okay, thank you very much.
If you think you have done well, that deserves your return in office, then tell the people what you have done. Be able to converse, and for him, and if the people buys into that, then you have your way, but not with the use of coercion.
Okay, thank you.
Because
thank you
blood,
very
not be silicon, they run for your blood. It's unfortunate.
God bless you, Master Chigozie. I have my brother Eze. Good morning.
Good.
Master
Good morning.
Eze, good morning. Let's start with I seek a government of national competence. That's Tinubu.
No. You can never seek sorry for not greeting the viewers.
Okay.
Good morning, viewers. I remain Mr. Eze. Always Eze. Nothing other than Eze. Talking about the seeking of national
A government of national
competence. Let me tell you, a government who came into power through wrong process can never tell me he will be competent whenever he goes to that point. And so there's nothing good that can come out of that word. That is just mere word to cajole people, to soften the heart of people after the mayhem he has done to our political scene. But I tell you, I don't subscribe to that idea. And he can never bring national competence anymore.
Okay, let's look at I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by successive government. That's Buhari.
Buhari, you see, when you talk about anti-corruption, he is the one that is even more corrupt than anybody. So when you have people like Fani Kayode in APC that is not in jail up to today, you have Ojus Okalu that is supposed to be rotting in jail as of today, and you see series of corruption cases up and down, but they don't want to prosecute them, all because of they are all the same. I remember the word my mom used to tell me, say 1 and 10 pence, they are all the same. They are one, and they are all in 10 pence. So how would you want your corruption success to be continued? There's no success in your own corruption fighting. You are the one that even brought corruption more than what we have before. In the 16 years of PDP, we experienced corruption, but not as this. This is the height that Nigerians can bear in terms of corruption. So if he's saying this, I know you just want to say it for international recognition and hula blalo, as they say, bala blue. So,
okay, let's move on. Begging US President to endorse Tinubu an act of desperation. That is the article.
Of course. There must be an act of desperation in any man who came through the wrong door. He is desperate. Such person is actually desperate. So for him to be looking for cheap endorsement, you don't need it, man. You see, this is the problem we are having. Listen, bro, you are government, they call you president-elect. All you have to do is for you to relax and start working on what you are supposed to do for the nation to grow, instead of you going around to seek. Listen, Elaine, the British outgoing ambassador came out after all the condemnation about the election. Last minute, because he wants to leave, is going out. I don't know what has happened because I know the news is all over. They said the ruling party and the president-elect has been going around embassies, trying to lobby for endorsement and all that. I think they've been able to find their way through. Let me tell you, Lane will go, another person will come in, and I'm sure the person that is coming will say the truth. Lane might have jeopardized with his integrity or her integrity, but I'm telling you, the person that is coming or the British government themselves will definitely speak the truth.
Okay, the governor's election tomorrow. Who are you voting for?
For me, I'm voting for
And
whoever
why
that
are you
has
voting
come
for the
out.
person?
Yes, and why I'm voting for who I'm voting for is very simple. The person came out to tell me this is what he wants to do. And go by traces, he has been doing things like that. So which are, of course, I believe if he comes in and he does whatever he says he wants to do, Lagos will definitely improve the more. And for sure, Lagos will be on the right path. And Lagos has to be a place where every man will be rest assured that regardless of your tribe, because what is actually happening to Lagos is that tribalism has become the order of the day, and which is not acceptable in Nigeria. Don't tell me now that what is going on with all we are seeing today, that we can still also be tribalistic at this point in time. It's wrong. It's wrong. And we say Lagos is the most civilized state in Nigeria. But what we are getting back is wrong. It's a wrong
Lastly,
feedback.
the video of M. Solomo threatening Lagos voters.
Oh no. That for me, I know he wants to do his best, to protect their interests. Because wherever anybody is feeding from and he's getting it on a platter of gold, I know he does not want it to, slip out of his hand just like that. But be it as it may, let me tell you, that is act of terrorism. For you to be able to come out in public to speak against whoever that is not going to vote for your own party, that means it is no longer election. And there is still no reason why the security apparatus have not even clamped down on such person. Let me tell you, what they are doing, Oluomo has to beware. Whatever he says today might haunt him tomorrow. Regardless, if he thinks because they have the president-elect, there's a court case there. They don't know what the court will bring out. Tomorrow, if he does whatever he wants to do or whatever he thinks, because I know it's just an empty threat. You cannot force people to do what you want. You are just a single man. Regardless of what you said, you have park management or you are the boss and all that. You people are no more than the entire citizens in Lagos. Put together the security apparatus that are working with them. I know they are working hand in hand. If they are not, they won't have these guts to come out to speak. And the government has not condemned it. INEC themselves have not condemned it up till today. That sounds ridiculous to me. I see the kind of country we are. One thing I love, there's one man who have always said this before he died, TB Joshua. He said, the problem we are facing is just for the moment. It's just some few political class that thinks they can control Nigeria, but their end has come. He said it in 2014, and I'm sure the end of all this hula blalo that they are doing, the end of terrorizing their own citizens has come to an end, and we'll see the end very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
I don't know Lagos. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
You know, I know people
I'm
we
very
don't
sorry.
we go straight with, we don't hide anything in our mind. I came before that guy, you told me to wait for 3 minutes. I don't like that.
And it was
I have to tell you the truth. No,
I'm
more than
sorry.
3 minutes.
My apologies.
So we don't, you know, I know people, we don't take class. So when we say yes, is yes. That's our own. So
Say
good morning.
yes.
Yes.
We've not seen any yam. Wait, make I minister of yam. We've not seen any yam. I say I know it's straight. There is catch crisis in Nigeria.
Anyway,
Tell
my
them.
brothers and sisters who are watching us, God bless you. I greet everybody over there. I know I love you for you watching Philip TV. We are the best in Africa. Don't mind the IT channel, all these TBC who are hiding themselves. We give you all the truth, tell you the truth, what is happening now, not tomorrow. Thank you very much. Anyway, I want to thank the Flip TV who have given opportunity to see the whole world and let the world know the truth, not all these people who are hiding under background. Thank you very much.
Average Nigerian, what is the average Nigerian going through?
My brother, what are you asking again? I tried for my home today just to come and let the world know that, look, with rap, thank God we were here. We tried yesterday the same thing. What is happening? I don't know. And the worst one now, if me and rap now start protesting now, but then they arrest us, everybody will run away. That's the thing. If I say, okay, let's make a match, let's go out now, make sure that the heaven will fall. By the time they won't go for us now, those behind us, we'll see anybody again. So that's it. Anyway, we are doing our own. Chigozie for where? Chigozie. For where? Chigozie will be the person that will run first. But anyway, we are giving Nigeria accurate. Thank you very much. Things are very hard. My brother.
But they have approved the cash.
Which cash? Did you see any cash? Mayfella have granted the whole Naira, whole Naira. See, it's like we are in, I don't know, we are in darkness. President Buhari is not saying anything. Emefiele is not saying anything. President-elect is not. They say when they elect new president will be this him, Emefiele will come down. It's even getting hard. Are we? I don't know what is happening in this country. Are we cursed? Is this country cursed? Nothing ever works. Our president is still sitting down and said, don't worry, Tinubu, you will continue my legacy. Under corruption, with corruption, you are the most corrupt person. Our people in the north are saying they should be FCC chairman. Daladi, who is heading this, what's the name? Group code of conduct. And the man is coming out yesterday. Yes. Facing the president, and president is admiring him, congratulating him when he has a lot of secretary, skeleton the board under Saraki. You are praising those people who are corrupt. Where things are very hard.
Okay, he said that I want my anti-corruption foundation sustained by success.
As for whoever is coming to continue.
Start from where I stopped.
Whoever coming, look. My prayer is that Obi could get that mandate. You can see a lot of loophole. Even Lagos where we are. All this money hiding, all these houses, cemetery. I told you something. I was working in Golden Gate. There was heavy local government Etiosa, called Etiosa. That Etiosa now today have been relocated to cemetery, back of cemetery. And our Baba built a very mighty house in that local government, a whole local government, where millions of people are working. Now, he now located to back to very urbanized cemetery, where they are managing. If that kind of person have not been president, whoever come will expose that area. So corruption have eaten deep from Asorok in everywhere, coming house. You see this Naira they are saying today that they don't see. I bet you from this night you start seeing Naira. Old Naira note, you'll be touching them, and police are there. This morning they were asking a whole DIG of operation, DIG Adeleke, that how can a whole policeman, and you say you are policing police all over Nigeria for the police, some people are coming out to make a statement, even mostly Lagos State, like Oluomo, telling people that if you don't vote for APC, don't come out. And video, everybody seeing the video, you have not been able to do something. Even invite the man and arrest.
You're a security
asking,
person. What is really happening?
My brother, what is happening? The top, they are the one controlling. What would the Dan do? Nothing. What are we going to do when IG is the man?
You take orders.
You have to take order from them before you can arrest anybody. And don't forget, Oluomo is now, oh my goodness, it's like you caught me here. When I learned that Baba has emerged as a president-elect, it's like we are going to give room for some of these people like Oluomo, people like all these people to come up and start maltreating people. And decide that Lagos doesn't belong to you. Don't forget that on indigenous development Lagos, they have a lot of investment, mostly the Igbos. They have a lot of, are you talking about market? Are you talking about houses? Are you talking about so many companies where the Lebanese, India left, people have buy everything up. Why can't you come together, unite? After election, we come together, eat for one table. Why are we criticizing ourselves just one because of someone who is there for 4 years? He didn't know me. He didn't give me anything. I go to hospital, I pay. Even going to road, if you walk on the road, if you are holding more back, they collect money for you.
They collect money from you.
Yes, I go to Lagos, if you are holding under the pad, as you close there, water. I get me. So I don't know. Is it recently they just bring out the BROT down instead of 400 naira to do to CMS 400 now he's taking 20 that is 200 naira. After election now they will increase it 500. You pay double. Are we? Is that what? Is there anything we benefit for Lagos? Are we landlord that just gave me quick notice that I must pay full rent? Am I working now to get full rent? Indirect telling you should go. I get me. So all this incitement, the IG cannot be able to call them in order arrest them. You are saying social media. My brother, the system is bastardized. Buhari have come for 8 years. Oh my God. Nigeria, I gave you half for you to endure for 8 years without challenging this old man who's going. So we are really suffering. We are suffering. No money, nothing on our hand now. I told you, me Arab came this morning with leg. What are we saying? We have to come at least.
How will you cope now? How will you cope?
And the worst one now, tomorrow is election. I don't have anything in my house now. And my children are there waiting, daddy is coming. And don't forget, I always come late in the midnight so that they will sleep.
Let's look at Oro. Now you cannot come back in the midnight again.
Waiting, I go waka, if Oro won't carry me, they carry me. What's the need of Oro? Why are you doing Oro by this time? What's Oro? People are hungry, I say Oro. People have to look for what they will eat tomorrow. How can you lock people inside house? At the election, let me tell you, the way people voted for presidential is not the way people come out now. People are hungry. The first one they voted, not sit. The vote did not count. At the vote counted, you gave somebody that you know will benefit you. I get to be. You people come out the way it's going to be with this kind of noise you are hearing. Look at the campaign, Labour campaign yesterday. They shoot some of them and embarrass them. Look at it in the paper. And police not doing anything. Police won't fight before they come in. So, my brother, we are hungry. It's an election, which election? Let them go. Whoever want to win. They go. After all, the INEC is still going to tell us lies. They said they have improved, which improvement? And they said we are going to transmit. Before you know, they will say America attack Sabah, this, or India attack, or from the east. They are going to tell us the same lie. They are already writing the logo. They will encourage labor. I'm not, see what is happening. After all, INEC make notes for 4 years. Abuare gave them billions. Say, I don't want to hear anything. At the end, what happened? They end up transmitting Senate, House of Rep, only the presidential, because they know they have done something wrong. The same thing is going to happen. They will look, Asawolu, continue, because your brother is there. I take, you take. They will make everything as if you voted. Your vote will be cancelled. Say they will cancel everything, take red barrel, like the one they do in River State. Wike will get there, making noise. Oh, be your hero. A hero for what? After you deceived me? Oh my goodness. Wike not supposed to be talking in that area. He's not supposed to be talking. Telling the Igbos, you are the hero. Obi, I thank God to respond. Obi said, you make me a hero, but then disappointed me. Give my vote to whoever you be. So what I'm saying, my brother Nigerians, I don't say you should not vote, but just remember your vote ability is ability.
No, that is a strong.
What are you talking about? Obi was written, and they gave Obi. Don't worry, Obi won Lagos, almost 1 million plus. They now look okay. Let's give you 500. You win back for house. After all, that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for Abuja. And they take it to Abuja, give Obi 500, you won. I gave Atiko Kasina. At the end, when they ask you, well, you do Ojoro, you say, which Ojoro? After you win my papa for house, you say, Ojoro, which Ojoro? So it's written. This election will be written. They will give you where, oh yeah, it's not coming out. They will just give it to other people. Where you are receiving money. You know, Lagos have a lot of money. They will just write it and give to that man to protect for another 8 years again. So what do you, I'm saying it, I'm not hiding it. I'm not saying it's in my house. I'm saying it for all over the world. You are hearing it. So what did not do anything. And but they even do more than him for 4 years. By giving somebody another 4 years, why can't you give another person again? For 4 years, it's okay. You don't need to spend 8 years. Buhari spend 8 years. What is the gain? What will you gain? The gain, waste. One, no food. 2, corruption, kidnapping. Nigeria graduates, number 1 for kidnapping, corruption, everything. What can Buhari post today and tell me? What can he tell me today? Is he going to tell me hardship, no food? You plug border and you open casino border. I pray whoever come to open this border, we need rice. I don't want to wait that Plateau is planting rice. Benue is planting rice. How many do the Benue eco rice? Have you seen eco rice? Is it you just gather rice and so I write eco rice and pack it for one place? I buy president, come and commission this thing. After commission, show me eco rice. Show me eco rice, sir.
Rice pyramid.
For where? Show me. Show me. No. See, where are we being deceived? Where are we being deceived? I was happy that a youth is coming to take over this government and expose. I know the cabal cannot allow. The cabal have shown us. Which INEC? Do you have INEC?
Yes.
Is it this Mahmoud? You have been Musud? You have been what call himself? The man who was announcing the resurrection after we sleep. He allowed people to sleep. And we sleep deep. After we sleep deep, he now announced the election around 3 o'clock in the midnight. And when we came out, we heard that Baba has a match. What do? We all relax. If that election had been announced in the afternoon, where people were waiting, angry, you see the reaction of people. They did it in the night. I said, go to court. Who is the judge of the court? Is it Yola? Who is a brother to our brother to Abuja? They are going to announce the election. They have done it. But let me tell you, but if God says he will be there, he will be there. But if God says no, what happened to Kenya will happen. What happened to Abiola, it will happen. But all I know is that whoever coming, what we need for Nigeria now, number 1, we need food, good hospital, school, security. When we have that, I don't know whether na cripple, whether na dead body, the fast Soroko, I don't care. All I know, a good man that will be able to unite Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Edo, we come together just the way we are living. Just the way we are living before. We need a brother where they came and divide us. Let me know, I'm from Aisha. Let the other man know, if from Soko. No, we need a president that will be able to bring Nigeria together so that our people in abroad, they will be happy. Look at now. Do you believe? Let me say it too. This is not matter of hiding. This is not matter of hiding. Our brother who is abroad, they normally help us before. Help the old people. Help the Nigerian people. But now, they cannot even send money. They can't send money. We cannot even send money they send. No, because our bank is like we're in cage. We are in prison. We are even, those the lock we change are even better than us. They are still feeding them. My brother, don't you? You see Nigeria, if you look around now, you see Nigeria talking to themselves. Not even one person. One person will be walking, be talking. He will be talking. Buhari is a shame disaster. But we don't need you to do anything. Just pack your load and go to Daura. We don't need you anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have a massive good morning, massive.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Good morning, viewers. Packing your load, Buhari to Daura is an understatement. If you ask me, Buhari, pack your load and go to Niamey, the capital city of Niger. You are not from Daura. You are a cloned man. Some person are impersonating Nigerian former president that died 2017. Lucky is telling him, pack your load and go to Daura. Is he from Daura? He is from Niger. He bought Jeep, spent trillions buying Jeep for what? Border patrol for Niger. Not even border patrol, internal patrolling whatever for Niger Republic. How much has he spent in Anambra for security? How much has he spent in Lagos to checkmate the operation of Abu and motor park routes? How much has he bought for NAF, Nigerian Air Force, to use to fight against Fulani herdsmen, terrorism? How much has he bought? The rail link from Nigeria to Niger, how many railway has been linked to from Lagos to Southeast? Go and look all over Southeast, no railway. Yes. The University of whatever he built in Sokoto, how many has Amechi built in River State? Amechi is I think, Minister of Transportation, Abi? Yes. Thank you. How many University of Transportation has Amechi built in LL? Ikwere? Let me tell you, there are many things that Nigerians are not getting the knowledge about.
about this man, Buhari. They are just blindfolded. I don't know how Fulani Juju can't get, power over Yoruba Juju. Fulani is doing the highest Juju in West Africa, according to Pastor Obon. When Obon is saying something, sometimes we read meaning from it. Eh? Who's the man will leave him state and go to Asorok and start hailing Buhari? Our youths are working now. Our youths. We have never gotten such a good president before. The foreigner will be looking at him. Who is this man? He will be thinking, who? Am I going to call him Adam Ochomole or Sanwo-Olu? Because we are all strange to him. He's not from Nigeria. Let me tell you, history is going to judge all of you. The whole Nigerian political classes, they are going to be judged by history and posterity. I'm telling you. See, a man died. They just, because they want Fulani to be there, they clone him. Are you people not watching on social media? If I come out with my own, carry give Christian, if Christian put it on his face, Christian will look like me. Oga, cloning is possible.
We know that. Let's move on. We have, I seek a government of national competence. That's Tinubu.
National competence when there is no food in our houses. National competence when we are going to what? Dive into more political crisis in Nigeria if Tinubu takes over. See, the reason why I'm saying this is nothing but our vote that day was for OP. It was not for Tinubu. Anything, any question bordering on Tinubu issue is always rebuffed, rebound, reciprocated with what? Such aggressiveness and animosity. Because we did not vote for him. Which is I'm saying now. Let me tell you, I did not vote for him. We did not vote for him. Government of national what? Competence. Governance. Okay, governance. Competence. Competence. When I will be paying land use in Anambra State. Competence. When 500,000 naira my brother is paying as a land use in Lagos Island will be doubled. Redoubled. 2 million every month or every year. See, if Tinubu happens to be Nigerian president, Nigeria will sink down. And Nigerians, you and I will be saying, oh, had it been it was during the time of Buhari, we are suffering. Buhari regime will be milk and tea. Compared, yes, to milk and tea if Tinubu takes over. How could you just tell me that this question will be on the newspaper, this kind of caption? Somebody that came and seized power on gunpoint at Obi. So there was never an election in Nigeria that was rigged the way Obi was rigged out in Nigerian history. Okay, INEC downloaded fake result and gave to us. INEC downloaded 2019 result and showcased it to Nigerians. We are not fools. We have software experts in Nigeria. We have hackers everywhere, all over Africa, all over the world. They knew that this election was rigged. Nobody should tell me, Tinubu want to give your senior brother, Senate president, that my senior brother should go to hell. I don't want. Nobody from my family should take part in this government because it is a fake government. Nobody voted you. If you go and you happen to come from Anambra East and you want to walk up to federal level, my hand no day. If they give you post state level in Anambra State, good, because we voted for people there, competent people. We voted for competence in Anambra State, as in state. I don't mean federal. What we voted for in federal, we have been denied of that. We voted for Soludo, as per state level now. And he was there, and he got to that place. He supported people that were busy pushing Obi down. Soludo started marching on Obi's head, even turning his back on we in the Anambra. So Soludo coming second tenure or Gabaipai, Anambra people are not going to vote for Soludo second tenure. Whatever he likes. See, he will be preparing now to go back to Suofia. That is Nigerian man for you. If he has problem, Nigerian man, he will be bending down, greeting you, speaking with such peace and serenity in his voice. Immediately he gets what he wants. He will turn to tiger. Soludo has turned to tiger. Now we know that we have voted for Jagba. A Jagba is trying to kill everybody, inviting military operation on my land. He allowed military operation on our land there. Someone we voted. Someone we fought. Oh my God. The most ungrateful governor Anambra State has ever produced is Soludo. Very, very ungrateful. Okay. We, the electorate, we did not benefit anything from Soludo till tomorrow. Go to Onitsha. Refuse has taken over the whole Onitsha. Also, Okwodu, Ochanja Market, littered with refuses, fields from Old Oka Road to Umunachi, Dunukofia, Oji River, Okuzu Junction, Nando, everywhere junction, littered with refuses. Are you listening to me? He's not doing anything. Where is the money going to? Where is the allocation that comes to that beautiful states going to? Is it not only individuals in Anambra that are feeding the states with what? From the industries they built by themselves. I don't know what to understand. It is only private entrepreneurship that is, feeding that state. Not the government. Not federal government. There is nothing federal government has in Anambra State, nothing. Only small Obele bridge, very small bridge, a bridge that is not as tall as this pole. Can a ship or airplane fly under that bridge?
Okay, let's move on.
I expected a bridge that is as high as Arizona Bridge, USA. That is a standard bridge. Because Nigeria has the money to do that. Do you know how much they have already sunk into that project from Jonathan regime to Buhari regime? Billions of naira. The first project, the first money, Atuezenubo, Iwanyangu, all those political vultures in the southeast, they did what? They made away with the whole money. And the Niger Bridge is still ailing. The old one is ailing, so frail and what? Feeble. To the extent that if you have like 100 vehicles on top of the former bridge, everybody will do what? Go down.
Okay.
Dive into River Niger.
Let's look at the governor's election. How ready is INEC?
How ready is INEC?
Conducting this governor's
Okay,
election?
thank you so much. Badebo Kaige, if INEC is ready, if they are not ready, Badebo Kaige, so okay. Readiness of INEC, readiness of I, Mr. Raptures want to print for Badebo. Readiness of INEC, readiness for Sanwo-Olu to begin to be apprehensive of the fact that we are tired of levies and unnecessary taxations in this state. Readiness of INEC, you want to tell me that whenever I'm selling, my customer that park by near my shop will be, we pay levies to useless lawman, useless LASMA, useless VIO in Lagos State. Readiness of INEC, thank you so much. Sanwo-Olu will now become apprehensive. The reason why land use in Lagos State is the highest in any other state of the Federation. Land use payments, property identification program. These are platforms initiated by Sanwo-Olu and his cohorts to siphon money from foreigners. A German, a Ibibio man. Let me not say Igbo, because every time Igbo, each a man. Lucky's brother built house at College Road. Lucky took me to his brother's house. Lucky, on getting to that place, we saw it, he was pasted there. Property identification program. Lucky scratched his head. This levy has changed from 100,000 to what? 250 annually. Yes, it means you did not buy the land. It means the land is not yours again. They have scraped everybody off the ownership of their properties in Lagos State. Any man that builds house in Lagos State, you are not the owner, because they have written it. When it is 100 years, you will go. Imagine. Thieves! 100 years. You will leave the property for someone else. While your houses in America, that is another continent, belongs to you until you sell it off. Lagos State, that is Nigeria now. Any house you build, so yes. See, trade fair. The matter is still in the court because they want to what? Oh my God! Dispossess Igbo traders of those facilities at trade fair, those buildings, those property. They are telling Tinubu took them to court because Buhari is not, somehow like this. They leave the matter there. Federal court. They want in Lagos State. They want to take trade fair. Yeah, they want to take trade fair. The matter is on court. You people don't know. That's why everybody at Ojo local government, Amu Odofi, Lagos Island, Salimocho, they are marching straight tomorrow to make sure that Badebo won election. Badebo Kaige, so see, let me tell you, INEC is not ready. If they are ready, let us go and dispel the beavers. Christian, if I don't inspect the viewers, I, Raf Tresmat, will never, ever believe that INEC is ready to do election. Why is it that Beaver was malfunctioning 2-3 weeks ago? We went to the poll. They did not tell me. They did not tell you. They did not tell European observers. They did not tell United States. America's in a probable growth of terrorists. America was not apprehensive that Beavers has been manipulated. America was not that apprehensive to know that INEC, some persons are in their strong room, computer room, manipulating us, including Fachola or Fuzo, the only man that saw camera all the way from Asurok. He raced to Lekki Tollgate and discovered camera. While we that are in Lagos State here could not see that camera for over 24 hours. It was more than 24 hours because it wasn't the next day. It was 36 hours later, 3 days later. Fachola came from Abuja, he saw the camera. And the Lekki residents, they could not see it. Fachola, 9 Siam. 9 Siam. And 9 Duam. Unknown soldier. Let me tell you. See, we are marching forward to vote our conscience tomorrow. If you vote, stay there and defend their conscience. Defend your votes. Do not run. If anybody threatens you with gun, look for 5 by or 4 by 2. Or come out with whatever club you might like to. Let me tell you, I'm not instigating fight. I'm not causing fight. They cause fight first. They said, if you know you are an Igbo man and you don't want to vote APC, don't come out. Don't come out. If you come out, we'll kill you. Police knows them. Policemen know them. Someone knows them. IG knows them. They could not arrest them. As Lucky talk. Lucky said it. Lucky saying the truth. MC Olomo is there. His boy, his men are everywhere. Police do not do anything. Upper of Lagos threaten us. Tinubu said, grab them. Grab them. Una not watch it on social media. Grab it. Hold it. Grab it. Kill them. Did they do anything to the presumable winner of the last poll election? They couldn't do anything because they feel that they are the owner of Lagos. They feel that they are the owner of Nigeria. They feel that Obi is from Biafra. Let Biafra go. For where? INEC being ready. Which preparedness? INEC is an umpire that has drank the blood of Nigerians, innocent Nigerians for over 8 years now. Yes. Many people are dying. It's because of Mahmoud that rigged election. That's why the worst, the most dangerous, wicked president Nigeria has ever had has ruled us now for 8 years. Okay. He did not go to school. No certificates. Nothing at all about him. He told us that he was a cattle rearer. How many cattle since have you read? 150. Okay. Now, let me tell you. The contract. Okay. We redesign Naira. Might tell you people, do you know the meaning of redesigning Naira? Now, discoloration. The pigmentation. They change the color. That's the pigmentation. So they change the color. Is that redesign? No. You people are speaking wrong English. Redesigning meaning what? It's just color. They change the color. He gave it to his nephew or his in-law. That small boy is now a billionaire. The contract. See, another big multi-billion naira contract is coming for Buhari family. Ask me why. Tell me say how. Thank you. Census. Census May. Census. Do you know how much it costs? Do you know how much it costs to run a census in a year? You are talking about billions of naira. Somebody from the Daura family, Buhari's nephew, is going to handle that project. They are going to Niger with our money. Lucky, no food for your house. You cried and cried the other day. I was trekking with Ojodu, from Ojodu with you. This morning you complain. I was complaining. You are complaining to me. You don't know that my own is worse. Christian, they use leg, they go work. No money. Chico was here yesterday. Chico was here yesterday. Chico was putting her in his thing. Chico was just acting yesterday. They look. Because when he was scratching his head, I said, how far are you going? He said, Keja, no money. I'm a family man. I'm a family man. I be family man. Like a family man. My son, I born. We are suffering in Nigeria. No money. Well, Christian, I want to appreciate our viewers, that have been remembering us all these years. We are here always because of them, and their contributions could not be neglected. They are trying. I want to thank you guys. Somebody like Akim Olasupo, Kazim, John, Sister
Isha, my sister, my mom.
Osage
Osage,
from Germany. Mama Israel.
Taiwo.
Mommy Nkechi. Taiwo. Udeme. Udeme. All of you guys, Oje Ukuade, Mami Nkechi, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles is a pharmacist, a practicing one in the USA. We are thanking you guys. Please, if I don't remember your name,
Please don't be
Mami Nkechi, yes. Chiama Karaf, Yerima, Halimat. Halimat. Kevin, Oga Kevin, I've not seen your sticker again. You are preaching because my Android is faulty. We need your preaching and other things. So, Christian, thank you so much. Tomorrow we come here again to scatter them. We not go come tomorrow. Tomorrow is election.
They are afraid of us.
Yeah, we have the link. Click on that link. Let's have you contribute to the program. Who is online this morning? There's nobody online. With that, we'll say help us click on the like button and subscribe to Flip TV. Yes, click on the like button, subscribe to Flip TV. With that, we have come to the end of the program this morning. Bye, students and users. I'm Christian. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye for now. Thank you.